For our family, the miracle of modern medicine surrounds us. No matter what we need, from a tissue to a transplant, it's there for us.
And I believe that we're all part of a large human family who've been blessed to occupy our planet, and in a sense we are inextricably linked to each other.
But for other families, families far away, that miracle hovers just out of reach. More hope than help.
To help those parents not lose one more child and not suffer, those children have as much importance as our children do, as any child in the world, and every parent suffers the same pain, the same agony. In some cases we see people sleeping on the floor, children 3 to 4 in a bed. In a maternity hospital we were in recently in Angola, we saw women sleeping on mats on the floor outside in the dirt.
And that's where MediSend comes in. For the past 17 years, MediSend has, in a way, served as an international Robin Hood of sorts, taking supplies, equipment, and materials from our family to give to so many others. MediSend's mission remained singularly straightforward for years. Collect as much medical equipment and devices as possible and ship them to local clinics and hospitals spread across the globe that shared one thing in common: deplorable conditions.
Women and children lying in the dirt with diseases that I'd never seen in my life before. And we saw mothers crying, and we saw children suffering. And it was underground, it was sort of like a cave environment. And we spent about 30 minutes there just in shock. I was horrified. We never have enough supplies to meet the demands that we have. There's an immeasurable amount of demand in the world.
That wave is a good 15, 20 feet tall.
Especially when emergencies erupt around the world. The Indonesian tsunami, the Pakistani earthquake. MediSend responded.
It only takes one visit to the facility here to see not only the size and the scope and the scale of what they're trying to do, but also to see, again, surplus medical equipment that was probably destined for the dumpster is being brought into this facility, it's being organized, it's being cataloged, and then it's being shipped out almost on order to facilities that don't have access to these services.
But amid the millions of dollars of equipment shipped every year, equipment that will touch hundreds of thousands of people worldwide, when you talk with people at MediSend, they measure success one person at a time.
In saving one life, you not only save a life, but you may also save the life of an immediate family. You may save the life of other people who may be infected by a contagious disease where that infection opportunity is no longer available.
The power of one hit MediSend CEO Nick Halleck not all that long after he first arrived.
And I found a letter on my desk from a nun in Honduras, and in French the nun wrote and sent us some pictures of a mother with her child. The mother who was standing over the bed with that child was the only thing she had in this world. She probably walked 100 miles with that child on her back. Without anything in this world, she was stripped of all dignity probably, brought that child and gave it to this hospital in trust, hoping that that hospital could save that one human soul.
As MediSend's reach has grown, so has its efforts to ensure that the equipment it's distributing around the world keeps working.
It's very frustrating. And again, when you think about it, that these equipment are meant to take care of people who are sick, people who are in need. You see the equipment there, but they cannot do the work they are supposed to do.
Emmanuel Nyeje is one of 7 Africans MediSend trained to maintain and to fix everything from defibrillators to beds distributed to their countries. Funded through a grant from ExxonMobil, MediSend's biomedical teaching lab is designed to help these students and many others.
I'll go back to Nigeria and practice what I learned here And not only practicing, I have to teach people, what I've learned here.
These are our new soldiers. They'll go back and they'll represent us. They'll change cultures there. They'll be the new leaders in their communities. They'll be the new leaders in their countries. They'll make a lifetime difference in their countries.
For generations to come.
I believe that after we've been trained and gone, other people will come and experience what we have experienced.
For Emmanuel and his fellow students, what they learned here will make a difference between life and death.
People who are to be operated in the theater, if the equipment that is supposed to use in the operation is not good, that operation will not take place.
At the end, it's all about saving lives.
When you're saving lives and souls, it's almost impossible not to reflect on our own families.
I just have one. I know how precious she is to me. If I could just save one more. She has a chance that very few children in those developing country hospitals have. Just to live. I can imagine how heartbroken I would be if that were my child lying in that squalid bed with those 3 other children, with other parents crying over them, with infectious diseases.
The good news is that simply doesn't have to happen. Make sure it doesn't.